Good afternoon, everybody. Stand by for a minute. I'm still getting organized. Got an iced coffee. I was out and about, so when I buy one of these, the trick is iced Americano. I only drink about half of it, bring it home. Then I add more coffee and ice to it, so I make 2 drinks out of 1. Yeah. Good day for iced coffee. Another warm one in Spokane, to be sure. Not as warm as the last 2 days, however. Sitting about 81 right now. In fact, no complaints at all, to be honest. I want to make that clear. No complaints. It's a gorgeous day. Doesn't really get much better. It's about 75 here in the apartment. Hey there, Mike. Hello, Barbara. Hi, Ernest. Blaine has joined us from the sizzling northeast of Texas. Triple digits. Yeah, now that's a bit warm. So in northeast Texas, I've been to southern Texas. My guess is, and of course I'm counting on you to confirm or deny this, my guess is it's not quite as humid up in the northeast. I've been in the Houston, Texas City, Galveston region, where the humidity is just murder. Okay, we're about ready to dive into it here. It's, of course, the second game of the doubleheader. Most of you guys saw the first game yesterday. The Reds won it. They won the first 2 games of this 4-game series. This is game 3, and, of course, the nightcap of the doubleheader. Oh, it gets humid even up in the north of Texas. Wow. There's no getting away from it. Oh, geez. I can take a dry heat, but I can't handle that much humidity. Somebody said they were down in Miami. I don't know where I saw that, but they said the humidity was just brutal, suffocating. Sammy Ellis gets the start for the Reds. He has not faced the Astros yet this year. Bob Bruce, the righty, on the mound for Houston. He has faced the Reds, but not as a starter. He pitched a game in relief, worked 1 1/3 scoreless. Reds now have won 4 out of 5 against Houston. And at 35 and 39, inching closer to the 500 mark, while Houston at 40 and 37 is also inching closer to the 500 mark, but in the wrong direction. I saw that yesterday, Ernest. Yes, once again, bears repeating, of course. R.I.P. the Vulture, Phil Regan, who's, of course, in our replay. Overall stats for the pitchers: Ellis enjoying a fine season. Don't let the 5-6 record fool you. He has a 3.12 ERA in 16 starts. He's completed 3 of them, including a shutout. 101 innings, 95 hits allowed, 38 walks, and 78 strikeouts. For Bob Bruce, this is his 7th start, and with 23 starts in real life, it looks like he's about ready to join the rotation for good. He worked 3 games in relief, again, one of them against this Cincinnati team. He's 2-4, 4.29, 42 innings, 51 hits, 7 walks, 24 strikeouts. Also, R.I.P. Bonnie Tyler and Joanna Pettit. I know who Bonnie Tyler is. I don't think I know Joanna Pettit. Okay, let's see what else we got for you. Not much. Let's go to the lineups. Cincinnati will lead off. Basically, this is the same lineup as game one, except at third base. Tommy Harper in right field starts it off. Pete Rose at second base. Vada Pinson in center field hits third. Tony Perez in the cleanup spot at first base. Darren Johnson will be in left field. Johnny Edwards is going to Iron Man it and catch both games of the twin bill. Chico Ruiz gets the start at third. They'll give Tommy Helms the afternoon off, or the evening off. Leo Cardenas at short, and Ellis the pitcher round things out. She was a TV and movie actress. Can you throw out something that I might know, Ernest? I guess if all else fails, I could look it up, right? About ready to play here. Here's the umpires. It'll be Ken Burkhart behind the plate, Chris Pellikudis at first, Bob Engel at second. Frank Sikori moves over to third. And with that, let's roll them. Harper, who's been blazing hot of late, now up to 237 on the year. No home runs, 7 RBIs. Bob Bruce into the windup, and here we go. It's a 6-7 righty. He rips that one into left center. Double to 7. He will hold with the single. Of course, with Harper's speed at first, it might be as good as a double. Let's see. The battery for Houston, Bruce is 0. And Heath, today's catcher, is a +1. So 19 held at 17 for Harper and Pete Rose at the plate. Rose has been in a bit of a slump of late, but he still leads the club in hitting at .302. 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. Held at 17, Harper's rolling for the lead. 2-5 or 11, 3, he's got it. 1-17, there he goes. He throws down and he's stolen it. Stolen base number 11 now for Harper. And we welcome in Colin Merritt. Hello, Colin. Next pitch to Rose. Batting left-handed on a 1-5. Rips that one over the first base bag and into the corner. That'll be extra bases. Triple to 3. He'll settle for the double. Scoring easily is Harper. And just like game one, 2 batters in, the Reds jump out to a 1-0 lead. Vada Pinson steps to the plate. Pinson hitting .252, 5 home runs, 38 RBIs. Bruce with a 2-4 righty, smacks it the other way to third base. Mantilla has it, looks the runner back, and throws him out. Oh, the James Bond film. Yeah, I've seen that. Somehow I cannot picture her. I'm sure I'd recognize her if I saw a picture. The batter is Tony Perez. Perez hitting .233, 2 homers, a dozen RBIs. Bruce with the windup comes in with a fastball, 2-7, struck him out. Big strike out there for Bruce. 2 down, runner at second for DJ, Darren Johnson. Hitting just .211, but leads the team in home runs with 14, and Lake Pinson has 38 RBIs. On deck, the left-handed hitter Johnny Edwards. 6'3", right-handed. That is going to be a fly ball to left field X. That's Lee May. Tough chance for May. He is a 4-14 on the move. Here's the play. On an 11, error range of 5 on a 14, and that's going to be a 2-base error on Lee May, and another run will score. Rose crosses the plate to make it 2-0. You know, it's funny, I was thinking the other day while watching a game, I had thought of a good way to describe a 2-base error. Unfortunately, I forgot it already. Doesn't that figure? Off his glove, gets by him. Takes the extra base, I suppose. Hello, Joshua. Welcome. Johnny Edwards steps to the plate, hitting just 185. 3 homers, 13 RBIs. 2-0 Reds as Bruce is set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-9. That's going to be drilled high and deep to left field. Back goes Staub at the wall. This ball is gone. And the Reds blow it open here in the first inning. A crucial Lee May error leading to 3 of the runs. And for Johnny Edwards, home run number 4 on the season. And before the seats are warm, it is 4-0 Reds. They have really had the Astros number this season. Taking another look at it, 4-9 homer to 18. The only question was, does Edwards have the power? He does. 2 out, nobody on for Chico Ruiz. Ruiz, 11 for 39 on the season. Hasn't played much, but he's responded to limited playing time with a .282 average. Does not have a home run. Switch hitter hitting left-handed. Bruce for the 6-6. Base hit to 18. First base, he's got a single. And they are jumping all over Bob Bruce here in the first inning. That'll bring up Cardenas. Leo hitting .228, 12 homers, 38 RBIs. Bruce into the windup. Pitch is a 3-7 right-handed. Liner to third, single on a 1 only, and it's caught by Mantilla. And mercifully for Houston, the inning comes to a close. 4 runs for Cincinnati on 3 hits, 1 left. As far as Bruce is concerned, 3 of the 4 runs unearned. And after half an inning of play, it's Cincinnati 4. Houston coming to bat against Sammy Ellis. Cincinnati overall, while not scoring a lot, they've pitched quite a bit better than Houston. Hello there, Al, and Al's happy about this. Either a Reds fan or just doesn't like the Astros. I love it, Colin. That could happen. Here's the Astros lineup. Lee May, who made a crucial error in the top of the inning, will lead off in left field. Sonny Jackson at short. Jimmy Wynn hits third in center field. Rusty Staub is in right. Felix Mantilla gets a start at third base. He'll hit fifth. Bill Heath, a left-handed hitter, will do the catching. Chuck Harrison at first and Bob Lillis at second round things out, with the pitcher Bruce hitting ninth. At least he's scheduled to hit ninth. And here's Lee May. Ellis ready to go to work. Lee May on the year hitting .308, second on the team. 6 homers, 21 RBIs. Ellis with a 4-3 left-handed. Flies it to right field X. Tough play for Harper. Good outfielder, though. He's on the move with blazing speed. A 3-2, but on a 2, he still can't get there. And that rolls past him, and May takes advantage of that and moves into second with a leadoff double. Aggressive base running by May, perhaps trying to atone for his miscue at the top of the frame. And here's Sonny Jackson, the leading hitter on the team, .321 average, 5 home runs, 45 RBIs. Ellis into the windup now. The pitch is a 1-8 righty. Liner to second, single 2 only, and it's caught by Rose. One down, here is Jimmy Wynn. Wynn's average fallen to .303, 18 homers, 77 RBIs. Ellis with a 6-6 righty, he loses him ball 4. Another thing Jimmy Wynn does well is draw walks. That is his 40th walk of the season. 2 on, 1 out for Staub. Rusty Staub at .290 now, 11 home runs, 53 RBIs. Ellis glance at second, the wind-up, the pitch. It's a 3-6 right-handed. Liner to second, single to 8, and it's caught by Rose. A couple of hard hit balls right at Rose, or this inning could be going a lot differently for Sammy Ellis. 2 down, 2 on for Felix Mantilla, hitting .293, 5 home runs and 18 RBIs in just 75 at-bats. Ellis, curveball, 3-5, swung on and missed, strike 3, fooled him completely. And he gets out of that jam. The Astros leave a pair. And we played an inning. It's 4-0 Cincinnati. Hello, Mangler Jack. Welcome in. Well, let's see how Bruce responds in the second inning. Bear with me while I take a closer look at this card. He's not terrible against right-handers, not particularly good, but he's not terrible. He is, however, pretty awful against lefties. Ellis will lead it off. He throws right, but Ellis, a left-handed hitter, on a 1-9, struck him out. Back to the top, and Tommy Harper singled, stole second, and scored. Just like the first game. Bruce into the windup. 6'9" right-handed. He grounds it towards first base. Harrison gloves it, takes it to the bag himself. And there's 2 away for Pete Rose. Rose with an RBI double in the first. Standing in from the left side as Bruce gets his sign. Here comes the pitch on a 4-4 left-handed. Shortstop X, into the hole goes Jackson. 3-40. Here it is on a 1. He can't get there. It's into left field for a 2-out single. So Rose is 2 for 2. And Franklin's here. Hello, Franklin. It's a runner at first, 2 away. And Veda Pinson steps to the plate. Bruce working from the stretch. Breaks off a curve. 3-9. Struck him out. He froze him. 2 punch-outs in the inning for Bruce. Certainly a better performance than the first inning. And for the Reds, no runs, a hit, and 1 left. Leading off the bottom of the inning for Houston will be the catcher, Bill Heath. We haven't seen much of Heath. In fact, he's only batted 9 times. He's 2 for 9. No, you didn't. That was a, what would you call that? That was an illustration. What might happen, or what could have happened. We were talking about ways to describe a 2-base error by the outfielder, because honestly, you don't see that much in Major League Baseball, do you? Doesn't feel like it. Ellis ready to pitch to Heath. Fastball, 5-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second punch out for Ellis. Here's the first baseman, Chuck Harrison. Harrison also in a slump, down to 216 on the year, just 1 home run. 3-9, struck him out. 3 strikeouts in a row for Sammy Ellis going back to the first inning. And the hitter will be the second baseman, Bob Lillis. Lillis at 225 now, no homers, 5 RBIs. Ellis is set. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-6 righty, liner to third, and he's got himself a base hit. Single to 17, throws to 6. If nothing else, that'll turn the lineup over as Bruce will come to the plate, a right-handed batter. 3-6, he taps it to short. Cardenas picks it up, throws him out, and that will do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left for Houston. That's one thing I miss about the computer game, Franklin, and everyone for that matter. A lot of the outfield errors in the computer game are throwing errors. And in comes Coda. How about that? Yeah, the Cats have been in and out all afternoon. Tony Perez struck out his first time against Bruce. He'll lead off the third. Here's the pitch on a 5-12 righty, grounded to first X. Harrison, a good fielder. At least he's good at something, right? 2E13. Here's the play on a 9, error range. It's an 8 on a 13. He's got it. Throws to Bruce covering. Nice play by Harrison. Here's DJ, who reached on a crucial error in the first, which led to 3 runs. 6-6 right-handed. He bangs that one in right up the middle for a base hit. Solidly stroked ground ball right up the middle and through into center field. 1 down for Johnny Edwards. Edwards unloaded a 2-run bomb his first time up. Just his 4th of the season. Bruce working from the stretch. Breaking ball, 5-11. He rips that one into right field for a base hit. They're waving Johnson to third. And just like that, the Reds have him on the corners with 1 down. 7 hits surrendered by Bruce already. The batter is Chico Ruiz. Let's take a look at his card. This guy does not hit into any ground ball A's, does he? They're going to bring the infield in. Not much chance of getting a double play out of Ruiz. Bruce set now. The pitch to Chico is a 6-8, second base X. Could be 2. Lillis a 344. Here it is on an 11. Error range. It's a 10 on a 44. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. Another Houston error. This one's on Lillis. And that allows Johnson to score to make it 5-0. Houston playing with stone gloves so far, it looks like. Much to the chagrin of Grady Hatton, who frankly was not a very happy guy anyway, let's face it. Houston looking for a long man here as they look to get somebody up in the bullpen. And that's going to be none other than Chris Zachary throwing. First and second, one away for Cardenas. Bruce with the pitch. It's a 6-9 right-handed, grounds it to first. Harrison to Jackson for 1. Back to Harrison, not in time. It's a 3-6 fielder's choice. Ruiz is erased. And Edwards winds up on third. We got a case of the clank. Well said, Ernest. The batter is Ellis, left-handed hitter. On a 4-6, he lifts it to straightaway center. Jimmy Wynn positioned perfectly to make the catch to end the inning, but the Reds add on a run on 2 hits. Another error. So yet another unearned run. Unbelievable. As if Houston didn't have their hands full with Cincinnati already this season, they're trying to hand them the game. Ellis takes the mound with a 5-run lead. Lee May, the leadoff man, steps in. Ellis with a 4-6 left-handed. He rolls it to second. Rose scoops it up, throws to first, 1 down. Here's Sonny Jackson. Hey there, Bill. Welcome. Hey, I don't blame you. Thank you for watching later, though. Appreciate it. Ronnie Hands of Stone Garvin. Ellis into the windup. Pitch to Sonny's a 5-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Ellis. Ellis with the lead now. He's coming right after these guys. 2 out, nobody on for Jimmy Wynn. Ellis with the windup. It's a 3-7 righty. Struck him out. That's 5 punch-outs for Ellis already, and after 3 complete, it's 5-0 Cincinnati. Not sure how much longer Hatton can tolerate sticking with Bob Bruce. Top of the lineup for the Reds as we move into the 4th inning. Tommy Harper will lead it off. Bruce, studying the signs from Heath, gets one he likes. Here's the windup and the pitch. On a 1-6, grounds it to shortstop. Sonny Jackson throws him out. Rose, busting out of his slump today, is 2 for 2. Curveball, 5-7, just misses and he walks him. So Rose has been on all 3 times so far. Let's see if he can run. He's not a threat to steal. Good base runner, though. Talk about stating the obvious. Just ask Ray Fosse, right? Here's Veda Pinson. Or better yet, don't ask Ray Fosse. He'd probably just as soon forget about that. Bruce from the stretch. 3-7 right-handed. Base hit into right field. Rose can go to third. 15-17. Staub, however, with a -4 gun. 13. With 1 out, he's going to go. Why not? They lead by 5. 13 to third. They're going to cut that off. Keep the double play in order. Pinson with a +1 battery. 16 held on at 14. With Perez up, he's going to roll for it. 2 through 7. 7, he's got it. 1 to 14. The pitch to Perez. There goes Pinson. He's throw down. He's stolen it. Possible overthrow. Oh my goodness, when it rains, it pours. Where is Heath? He is a 1 to 3 overthrow. And he does not overthrow. But a stolen base for Veda Pinson. So much for keeping the double play in order. That's stolen base number 7 on the year for Pinson. He's only been caught once, and now the infield will be in. Here's the next pitch to Perez. On a 1-9 righty, called strike 3. Big strikeout there for Bruce. Not out of the woods yet by any means. Here's Darren Johnson. Bruce set now, the windup. The pitch on a 2-4. Comebacker, Bruce has it. Takes a couple steps towards first and tosses it to Harrison to end the inning. So Bruce wiggles out of that one. For the Reds, no runs a hit, 2 left in scoring position. Five to nothing as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Rusty Staub will start it off for the Astros. Staub 0 for 1. Ellis with the windup and the pitch. That's a 4-7 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. Not really what you want to do. Walk the leadoff man with a 5-run lead. That'll bring up Mantilla, who has some pop. Not a lot of on base, but a lot of power in that 2s column. Ellis from the stretch. It's a 6-6 right-handed, and he walks him. So Ellis has momentary loss of control as he walks the first 2 batters to lead off the bottom of the inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Bill Heath. Edwards is paying him a mound visit. Trying to settle his pitcher down. It's the 3rd walk for Ellis to go along with 5 strikeouts. Gets the sign, the pitch to Heath. 1-7 righty. He rips that into right field. They're waving Staub in, Mantilla all the way to third, and the Astros are on the board. So Ellis breezing through the first three, running into a bit of trouble here in the fourth, and the batter will be Chuck Harrison. Harrison, a strikeout victim his first time. 5-1 now. They're going to play at double play depth. Ellis delivers the pitch on a 4-9 righty, and that is drilled high and deep to left field. Johnson starts back. Forget about it. Chuck Harrison goes deep. Holy crap. And just like that, it's a one-run game. Chuck Harrison with just his second home run of the season. I'm guessing nobody saw that one coming. I sure didn't. That's going to get him stirring in the Cincinnati pen. And the left-hander Ted Davidson begins to toss. Still nobody out. Bob Lillis is the hitter. Ellis rubbing up a new ball. Lillis singled his first time up. Ready to go now. Fastball, 3-8 righty, liner right at the third baseman, Ruiz. One down for Bruce. Situation has changed drastically. Bruce is going to hit. 6-9, he flies it the other way to right field. Harper comes in on it and makes the grab. 2 away for Lee May. Ellis for the 6-2, grounds it to first base. Perez will take it to the bag himself, and that will do it. So Ellis, after the homer, settles down. Still 4 runs for Houston on just 2 hits. And after 4 innings, it's a 5-4 game. Wow. A surprising turn of events here at the Astrodome. Hello, Trent Smith. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope everyone's enjoying as beautiful a summer day as I am. I know some of you aren't, unfortunately, but don't worry, it's coming. Johnny Edwards with a homer and a single will start off the 5th. Bruce into the windup. That's going to be a 3-6 righty. He grounds it to first base. Harrison gloves it. He feeds Bruce covering. Batter will be Chico Ruiz. Refresh my memory, Mike. Where is here again? We have a heat and wind, hot, windy fire warning. Bruce's pitch to the left-hander is a 5-6, and he rips that one into the gap in right center. Double to 18, he's got the double. A 1-out double for Chico Ruiz, and the batter will be Cardenas. Philly area, thank you, Mike. Bruce, a glance at second. Now comes to the plate, 4-2 righty. He rolls it over to short. Jackson gloves it, looks the runner back, and one shortstop throws out the other. 2 down for Sammy Ellis, a left-handed hitting pitcher. Fastball, 5-8. Ellis Goes the other way with it just down the line over the third base bag. That's going to be a fair ball. That's going to be a double for the pitcher with Ruiz scoring. Man, we've had some pitchers hitting lately, haven't we? A 2-out double by Sammy Ellis. Zachary is ready. Heath out to the mound. Grady Hatton's got his foot on the top step. This might be Bruce's last batter. Okay, we're set now. Bruce versus Harper. It's a 1-7, and he loses in ball 4. And here comes Hatton. He's seen enough. Bruce not fooling anyone today. His day cut short. He's also been cold. Ellis has been hot. Last 10 days, though, it doesn't... I have to always qualify that by saying it doesn't mean a whole lot for pitchers. I mean, it means something. But... Okay, Zachary coming in. Not an ideal situation for Zachary, but Houston's bullpen without a lot of options, frankly. Zachary 2-2 on the year with a pair of saves, 3.33 ERA. Actually been one of the few dependable options out of the Houston pen. Also, he's rated 3 for endurance. Oh my God, this is funny. Coda's inside, Mookie's outside. They're face to face at the screen, and it's Coda howling at Mookie as if this was his house. I think he thinks it is. First and second, 2 down, Rose doubled, singled, and walked. Zachary ready to go to work. On a 6-10, he grounds it down to first base. Harrison will take it to the bag. And Zachary comes on and puts out the fire, but the Reds add on a run on 2 hits, leave a pair. Halfway home, it's Reds 6, Astros 4. I may have the cats during the day, at least certain days. My neighbor finished school, going to work now. Get along, you two. Hey! That's enough of that. Hang on a second. Coda, if you're going to get aggressive, you can't be here. Calm down. All right, where were we? Had to break up the skirmish there. I didn't even roll a 1. Sonny Jackson will lead off the bottom of the inning. He is 0 for 2. Ellis with the windup on the pitch. Fastball, 4-8, swung on and missed, strike 3. Jackson goes down swinging for the second time today. And here's Jimmy Wynn. Wynn 0 for 1 with a walk. Ellis set. Breaking pitch, 4-6. He rolls over it to short. Cardenas gloves it. Fires to first in time. 2 down for Staub, who walked his last time up, 0 for 1. Ellis for the 5-7, and he walks again. 2 out walk to Staub. That'll bring Mantilla to the plate, representing the tying run. Kurt Miller on the scene. Was that the real lineup or your suggestion? Man, that's an impressive sounding lineup, that's for sure. That was the real lineup. Mays in the leadoff spot. Six Hall of Famers there. Staub a modest lead from first. Ellis works from the stretch to Mantilla on a 6-6, ball 4. He walks him. Quite a few free passes given up by Ellis now. That is 5 walks issued by Ellis. Tying runs aboard for Bill Heath. Heath an RBI single his last time up. Ellis, somewhat frustrated with himself, slams down the rosin bag, now gets the sign. Curveball, 3-6, liner to second, single to 7, and that is speared by Rose. Another liner to Rose, and that ends the inning. Astros strand a pair. I haven't watched an all-star game in years. My all-time favorite, however, is 1971. I've actually purchased it twice, once on VHS and once on DVD. Something like 26 Hall of Famers in that one. And here's the AL lineup, courtesy of Kurt Miller. Not as many Hall of Famers, but a couple that probably should be. Okay, Chris Zachary came on to get the last out in the 5th inning. He'll take the mound for the 6th. Pinson will start it off. Hello, Richard. Welcome. Pinson 1 for 3. Zachary with the pitch. 2-7 righty. He flies it to straightaway center, fairly deep. When backing up, he has room and makes the catch. Perez 0 for 3. It was not a good idea. No, it really wasn't. It would have been one thing if he had the ball or was at least close to having the ball. Perez 0 for 3, fan twice. Zachary, fastball 3-3. He lifts it to straightaway left. Easy play for Lee May. 2 away, Darren Johnson. Johnson 1 for 3. Scored twice. He reached once on an error. Zachary, breaking pitch, 3-6. He lifts it to straightaway left. May barely has to move for this one. And Chris Zachary has come on to retire all 4 batters he's faced. And that will probably be it for Zachary, as he's due to bat 3rd in the bottom of the inning. So yeah, the R3 endurance rating didn't do him a lot of good, did it? Bottom 3rd for the Astros, Chuck Harrison. Delighted the crowd with a 3-run blast his last time up to get his team back into this game. I don't, Bill. Can anybody name that? Anybody remember the American League center fielder who threw the ball to the plate on the play where Rose bowled Fosse over? $1970. I'm trying to make an educated guess who it might have been. And I'm drawing a blank. And there's Sonoma Joel Horland. Hello, Joel. There you go. Good job. What did you see in the Little League playoff game? Mangler Jack, the same thing? Chuck Harrison leads it off. Ellis with the windup down the pitch. It's a 2-5 right-handed. Liner to short. Single to 12. That is speared by a leaping Cardenas. The Astros have hit some hatches, bullets right at people. 1 down for Ellis. Now I've got all 3 of the Cavs. It's a 6-8 righty, grounded to second base X. Rose to his left, 2E17. On a 20, he gobbles that up and flips it over to Perez for out number 2. Nice play by Rose. Trailing by 2, they're going to go to the bench. Zachary will log 1 1/3. We can close the book on Bruce. 4 2/3, 10 hits. Six runs, 2 earned. Walked a pair. Struck out 4. Oh, they're going to go with Gentile again. Why not? Gentile, a left-handed batter with pop. On the season, 273, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. 2 out, nobody on. Ellis into the windup. 6-3 is a fly to left field X. Tough chance for DJ. He is a 4E6, and here's the play. On a 4, he is not going to get that. That's going to go for extra bases. And Gentile in with a pinch hit double. Gentile about as slow as they come, but his run, well, I can't say it doesn't mean anything. Let's see if they've got somebody on the bench who could run without depleting the bench. That's what I'm thinking here. Oh, gotcha. Thank you for clarifying, Jack. Yeah, we can do that. We'll have a computer-only Joe Gaines run for Gentile. Gaines, no threat to steal, but he's a 1 through 14 runner. So he'll be at second with 2 out, and Lee May is the hitter. I know absolutely nothing about Joe Gaines. Gaines dancing off second. The pitch to Lee May is a 3-9 righty. Right in his heart of his column, he hits an easy fly ball to right field. Harper waits on it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs a hit, 1 left. And we're going to need a new pitcher for Houston as we go to the 7th. 2 lefties coming up. Let's take a look at the usage display here. It's not a save situation, but they're going to go with Raymond because he's the freshest. And he needs some work. So Claude Raymond takes the mound. Richard, that's a good trivia question. Kurt Miller all over it there. Joe Gaines from Bryan, Texas. Trivia question. Had Rose been out at the plate, Fosse obviously injured, who was the 3rd catcher for the American League who would have gone into the game? Wow, Amos Moses. I mean, Jerry Moses. Johnny Edwards, 2 for 3 with a home run. Raymond ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-9 righty. Rolls it to second. Lillis throws him out, 1 away. Throws to Raymond covering, 2 down. Maybe Raymond can only pitch well when he doesn't have the lead. Something to think about. Here's Cardenas. Fastball, 1-7, fly ball to straightaway center. Jimmy Wynn is right there to make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Claude Raymond. I knew you'd be all over it, Ernest. Excellent. We go to the stretch. It's Reds 6, Astros 4. I neglected to mention that Ellis is already in his 2nd endurance inning when we return. Weed. Love it. Let's check in on these cats, man. They are tearing it up today. Then I'm probably going to have some iced tea. Oh, sure, now they won't do anything because it's the stretch. Yeah, there they go. Oh, yeah. Aries loves to chase Mookie around. Come on, Mookie, you know what time it is. Oh, there's Coda just calmly watching the whole thing. There they are, all three of them. It's a cat circus. Okay, I'm going to close this for now. Oh yeah, they did this. Knocked the table sideways. I want to be sure that that Mookie gets them. Coda will come in and take them away from him. No one's got the trivia question. I can't see it until I get back to Larry, Moe, and Curly. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can show the tomato. I'm quite pleased with it, actually. Look at that. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's at least 14 on there. What is it, Coda? You're kind of a vocal one, aren't you? Well, by default, I almost kind of have 3 cats now. Although Coda's a lot bolder. Aries, I actually got to touch Aries once. She's a little shyer. She's not shy about chasing Mookie around, though. They seem to love to do that. And she's the oldest one. Yeah, Aries is about 8. Coda's about 4, and Mookie's 2.5. Not quite 2.5. No, he's 2 and 3 months. Okay, there was a trivia question, which I missed, for example. So Jerry Moses, I guess, was the answer. Oh, has anyone ever wanted to be the answer to a trivia question? I get it now. I misread it on the phone. Coda's another male. Aries is the female. Aries can really move. Good question, Richard. You took it right out of my mouth, in fact. How did Jerry Moses get on the team to begin with? Back to the ball game, and it's a good one. 6-4 Reds, bottom of the 7th. Sammy Ellis in his second endurance inning, and Sonny Jackson will lead it off. Here's Ellis's pitch on a 4-4. He rolls it to short X. That's going to be Cardenas, a fine shortstop. 2E16 into the hole. On a 9, the error range. It's a 2. Oh my goodness, this could be tough. He's got it, and he throws it away. It's going to be a 2-base error on Cardenas. Holy crap. This game is just full of surprises. And Sonny Jackson winds up at second base. Now Jimmy Wynn comes up representing the tying run. Righty Dan Notabard has joined Davidson in the bullpen. Ellis will get a little bit of rope, that is, unless he starts walking everybody again. He glance at second. Comes to the plate, 1-4, foul ball back at the plate. Edwards back, throws the mask aside, and makes the catch. That's a big out for Sammy Ellis as he retires Wynn. And here's Rusty Staub now. 0 for 1, he's walked twice. Pitch to Staub is a 3-6. Liner to second, single to 8. That is going to be a 9, and leaps up and catches it. Pete Rose. Oh my God, we got to look at the liners to second now. 2. There's at least 4. 4. Two away for Mantilla. Struck out in the first, walked twice. Ellis for the windup and the pitch. On a 4-8, swung on and missed, strike 3, and that was dangerously close to the 4-9. And that wraps up the 7th. Houston leaves 1. There was an error. After 7 complete, the score remains the same. They still have to have a player from every team, yeah. And with 30 teams nowadays, I think that's a lot harder to do. Ernest says Red Sox. So was he the Red Sox representative that year? Or was he having a particularly hot half a season? And this is another thing I've never liked about the All-Star voting, is this voting on a half season crap. If anything, you should be voting on the last season and a half. Or better yet, how good are they actually overall? Not who's having the best 3 months. That's always been a peeve of mine. Let's see who's coming up for the Astros. Hefner is going to go to the bench. He's going to call it a day for Ellis. Ellis will go 7. Only allowed 5 hits, but it's the walks that got him in trouble. He walked 5. Struck out 5, 6. Struck out 7. A lot of pitches for Ellis. They need a leadoff man. Cincinnati will send Art Shamsky to the plate. I saw that about Verlander. Now that part of the All-Star game I like. I like the legend picks. That makes sense to me. Notice I didn't say it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Moses was hitting 291 a week before the All-Star game. Wow. Thank you, Bill. That explains it. Petrocelli was picked, couldn't go. The Red Sox sent Moses. So is that how they did it then? They just sent another player from the same team. Interesting. I didn't know that. Shamsky is the batter. Raymond with the pitch. It's a 5'9" left-handed. He flies it to straightaway center, backing up his win. He is there to make the catch. Shamsky is retired. We've seen a couple of big pinch hit home runs from Shamsky this season, but not today. Here's Harper, 1 for 3 with a walk. Raymond, fastball, 4-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. Claude Raymond may be settling into a new role with this team. Here's Rose. Pitch to the lefty on a 2-9. Comebacker. Raymond has it, throws him out. And for Claude Raymond, 6 up, 6 down. With all the right-handers coming up, Don Notabart's going to come on for the Reds. Notabart on the year, 5-3 with 1 save, 3.22 ERA. He actually started 1 game. Most of his work has come in relief. Bill Heath will lead it off. 1 for 3, and it was a big one, a 3-run homer in the 4th. Notabart gets the sign. Hang on a second, let's check the defense. There will be 1 change for Cincinnati. Tommy Helms is going to come in and take over at third base for Chico Ruiz. A 2:19, 13 running. So Ruiz is out of the game. Notabart ready to go to work on Heath. Here is the pitch. No, Heath didn't homer. I take it back. He singled. 5-6. Base hit right field. Triple to 7. And look at Heath go. He's digging for third. The throw. He's in there with a leadoff triple. Holy crap. I'll say it again, this game is full of surprises. Six to 4, the Reds are going to bring the infield in for Harrison. It was Harrison, of course, who had the 3-run homer in the 4th. Notabart gets the sign. 6-7 right-handed is a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Rose. Infield is in. 217. Here's the play. On a 1. He doesn't get it. That's through for a base hit, and it's a 1-run ball game. Chuck Harrison with his 4th RBI of the day. I'm looking outside the window to see if pigs are flying. Davidson throwing again. He's joined by the righty Jack Balshin. Out to the mound is Edwards, trying to settle Notabart down. No way, Bill. Okay, I have to read this aloud. Quick Munson story. When Thurman died, a local radio channel says a New York Yankee has died in a plane crash. Details after this commercial. That is just the most terrible form of broadcasting. I tell you, that kind of stuff pisses me off. Cincinnati, expecting a bunt from Lillis, brings the infield in. He's going to lay it down as a C. Squares to bunt. It's a 7. Bunts it to first. That will advance Harrison. One out, and the Astros will go to the bench once again. So Raymond was finished. They pretty much have right-handed batters on the bench. Really only one good choice here. That's going to be Dave Nicholson. Good thought on Morgan, Franklin. Inside the manager here, I'm thinking Morgan I would use more to get on base than to drive into the run because of all the walks on the card. So they've got the guy on base. Lillis is a 13 runner. That'll have to do. Nicholson on the year, hitting .242, 6 homers, 25 RBIs. This could be the last batter for Notabart. Here comes the pitch to Nicholson. It's a 2-8 right-handed base hit left field. They could send Lillis. Sorry, Lillis bunted. What am I saying? Harrison, 11 to left field. Johnson a +1, 12. Not good enough. They're going to hold him up. Astros threatening here in the bottom of the 8th, and here comes Hefner, and that's going to do it for Notabart with 2 left-handers coming up. He's going to go to Ted Davidson. I would use Morgan to pinch hit. Okay, that's how I play it. Most of you know that. Due to the limited rosters. I would not, however, put him in the field or have him pinch run. So where the hell is Nicholson? Here he is. Davidson on to pitch. Let's check the battery. It's a 0. Nicholson not a threat to run. He's the go-ahead run at first base. The batter is Lee May. Let's look at May against left-handers. Nah, it doesn't matter. They're going to bring the infield in regardless. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The tying run is 90 feet away. Ted Davidson on in relief. He gets the sign from Edwards. The pitch to May is a 6'9" left-handed fly ball to left, fairly deep. Johnson backs up, makes the catch. Harrison tags and scores, and it's a tie ball game. So the Astros have tied it with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Two down, Nicholson on first and Sonny Jackson, who's 0 for 4 at the plate. Davidson from the stretch. Pitch to Sonny is a 5-5 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. And we go to the 9th, all tied up. Nicholson is going to remain in the game in left field. Lee May will come out, and that's where the new pitcher will go. Nicholson, a 3E11 -1. What do they have? It's going to be Owens or Latman. It's going to be Barry Latman. You've already used Ray Moe. He retired all 6 to face him, struck out 1. We can close the book on Notabart. In the 3rd of an inning, he gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Not a good day for Notabart. You're not alone, Franklin. I want to thank everybody for being here. Good crowd on hand today. We go to the 9th in a 6-6 tie. Barry Latman takes the mound for the Astros. It'll be the heart of the order for the Reds. Pinson, Perez, and Johnson. We'll see about Perez against a right-hander. All right, Pinson deleted off. He's 1 for 4. Barry Latman gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-5 lefty. High fly ball to deep right. Backing up his Staub. And the ball is... He leaps up. It's gone. It's gone. On a 6, Vada Pinson reclaims the lead with a leadoff homer. Holy smoke. That's number 6 on the season for Pinson. On a 6-5, he rolls the 1 through 6. He rolled the 6, just cleared the fence. And the Reds reclaim the lead 7-6. Let's see who's better defensively. At this point, none of them are really good. They're going to bat anyway, simply because I was already thinking about doing that. And that's how my mind works. So Gordy Coleman's going to come on and hit for Perez. He is slightly worse defensively. Neither of them are good. All right, Coleman batting now, left-handed hitter. Steps up to the plate with a .267 average, 7 home runs, 27 RBIs. The pitch from Latman. That's a 2-3, base hit into right field. Coleman off the bench comes through with a single. And the batter will be Darren Johnson. DJ is 1 for 4 today. Jim Owens throwing in the Houston pen. Latman set now from the stretch. It's a 3-4 righty. Hot smash to short. Jackson has it. He goes to Lillis for 1 to first. Double play. 6-4-3. 2 down, nobody on for the catcher, Johnny Edwards. On deck, Tommy Helms. Latman's pitch is a 2-3, and Edwards rips that one into right field for a single. I tell you, if there was another left-handed batter up right now, Latman would be done. As it is, he will face the right-handed Helms, who comes to the plate for the first time today. Came in for defense. Latman gets the sign from the stretch. Pitch to Helms is a 3-6 righty. Comebacker, Latman knocks it down. Off the mound, goes to second for the fourth. And that'll do it. But the Reds, on a Pinson leadoff home run, reclaim the lead. And now they're going to take Johnson out of the game. Same situation as yesterday. Mel Queen will come on and play right field. And Tommy Harper will slide over to left. Seven to 6 Reds to the bottom of the 9th. I have a question for the chat. Would you stick with Davidson, or would it be unrealistic to have McCool pitch both games of the doubleheader? I welcome your comments. I'll give you a minute because I'm going to get some iced tea. Yeah, that's what I think. Back then, they did. I mean, it's been done. Let's see what he did. Well, he pitched 2 innings. That kind of changes the dynamic a bit. If he just pitched a 1-inning save, I would go for it. So if we combined his innings, although he's a 3, of course, he'd still be in his first endurance inning, but he would not be fatigued. They're going to do it. They're going to go to McCool again. For one thing, he needs the work. On the usage display, McCool only 72%, so he's way underused as it is. He's logged only 34 innings of what would be 105 in real life. This will, however, count as his third inning. He is an R3, so this will be an endurance inning for McCool. I mean, Davidson was effective. You could make a good case for leaving Davidson in as well. I know he needs more work. That's something I'm going to have to really assess as we get to the halfway point in the season, or even now, for that matter. In McCool's case, a lot of times I was waiting for the Reds to have a lead late. And they haven't done that enough. So it's Wynn, Staub, and Mantilla for the Astros. McCool on in relief. Jimmy Wynn 0 for 3 with a walk. Here comes the pitch from McCool. It's a 1-6, and Wynn clobbers that one to deep left. Forget about it. That's way up there. The toy cannon explodes. And this game is tied. Holy crap. For Jimmy Wynn, his 19th home run of the season. It wouldn't have made any difference which one of them was pitching. Well, it looked like we were going to avoid extra innings. Still could. Nobody out here stopped. He's 0 for 2, walked twice. Then the bull blows up. With the clock on an even number, everybody run for beer. The pitch to Staub on a 2-9. That's ripped into right center. That's going to be extra bases. No, it isn't. It's a single for Staub. Got ahead of myself there. Double to 13. He rolls the 15. And the potential winning run is aboard. Staub, no threat to run. Here's Mantilla. Well, speaking of music, I watched a great Leon Russell special on TV, on YouTube yesterday. It was from a TV show, The Homeland Session or something like that. I'd never seen it before. Very enjoyable. And old Furry was there. Scott Johnson is here. Hello, Scott. Okay, runner on first for Mantilla. McCool, one more hitter walk will fatigue McCool. Holy crap. I've painted the Reds into a corner. Jack Balshin is ready behind him. Here's the pitch on a 5-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the first out. And it's the hat trick for Felix Mantilla. Houston looking to go to the bench here, and they will. John Bateman, the righty, is going to bat for Heath. McCool from the stretch. 6-8, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs by Billy McCool. And here is Chuck Harrison, who's driven in 4 of the Houston runs today. McCool will throw to first, Staub back to the bag, staying a little closer now as McCool comes set. Pitch to Harrison on a 5-6, struck him out. So after a homer and a single, McCool punches out the side, and we're going to the 10th. Bateman remains in the game at catcher. Okay, here we go, 10th inning. Leo Cardenas will start it off. He is 0 for 4 today. Second inning for Latman. Rated 4 for relief endurance. The pitch to Cardenas. Fastball, 4-2, grounds it down to third base. Helms has it and throws him out. Holy crikeys, they got a hit from McCool. Not a lot on the bench, I can tell you that. The hitter is going to be Don Pavletic. Pavletic enjoying a solid season. 273 average and 121 at bats. He has 5 home runs, a dozen RBIs. Latman into the windup. On a 3-6 righty, he flies it to center. Playable. Wynn has it. And there's 2 down. At this rate, Mel Queen is going to come to bat in this game. 2 down for Harper. Latman gets the sign. 3-4 comebacker. Latman has it, throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3/10th for Barry Latman. Lillis Nicholson in the pitcher's spot coming up. All they have is Balshin and Nuxall. They're going to go to Balshin, the righty. McCool allowed 2 hits and a run, no walks, 3 strikeouts. I started on Newport/Cools. Then switched to non-menthol, and then late years later wondered how the hell I ever could stand a menthol. Bottom of the 10th, hell of a game today, Elch. I was going to try to name some of the highlights. I'd have to write a book. Balshin on the season has been awful. Just 12 innings. He's been way underused as well. 0-2 with a 13.86 ERA. Nice one, Kurt Miller. Okay, here's Lillis to start it off. Balshin gets the sign on a 1-6 liner to third, single 17, just does squeak it past the third baseman. And Lillis is aboard with a potential winning run to start off the bottom of the 10th. The batter is Dave Nicholson. Came off the bench with a pinch hit single in the 8th, remained in the game. Balshin from the stretch. 1-5 righty, grounder to short, single to 3, and that is fielded there by Cardenas. He goes to Rose for 1 to first, not in time. Nicholson at first now. No threat to steal. And now it's Houston who will go to the bench. Both teams are running out of bench. They're going to go to Morgan. Joe Morgan steps to the plate. Left, left, right, left. Cincinnati's going to counter. They're going to bring in Nuxall, their 6th pitcher of the game. One on, one down. Nuxall's numbers on the season: 1-0, 4.17. Nuxall, a glance at Nicholson. Pitch to Morgan on a 5-6. He bounces it right to second. Rose has it, goes to Cardenas for 1. Back to first, double play. And we're going to the 11th inning. So Latman's done. He worked 2 innings. Houston, Owens pitched in the first game. They're going to go with, Taylor pitched in the first game, so they're going to go with Owens. Owens has been the best pitcher on the team, albeit just in 30 innings of work, but 2 and 3, a pair of saves, 1.78. I used to hate having to make extra room for the pitchers. I never liked to flip them over. Okay, inning number 11 here today. This feels like it should be a happy hour Friday game, doesn't it? Owens ready to go to work. Rose will lead it off. He is 2 for 4 with a walk today. Batting left-handed against Owens. Here's the pitch on a 2-5 righty. Grounds it to first base. Harrison fields it. Throws to Owens covering, 1 away. Here's Pinson, who homered his last time up, giving the Reds the lead temporarily. Owens with the pitch. Fastball, 2-9 right-handed. Grounds it to second. Lillis has it. Flips to first, 2 down. TST, welcome. New name in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. 2 down for Gordy Coleman, who came off the bench and hit a single. The pitch from Owens on a 6-9 lefty. He bangs that up the middle for a 2-out single, and Gordy Coleman 2 for 2. Coleman very slow. They don't really have a choice. Let's take a look at the Reds bench. Jim Coker, Dick Simpson. Coker is the last catcher. Simpson, not much of a hitter. It's going to be Queen. Queen, not much of a hitter either. Owens pitched to Queen on a 3-2. He flies it to straightaway center. Win is there. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. No runs, a hit, 1 left for the Reds. I think that's the first time that's happened where I've put Queen in for defense and he ended up having to bat. Although he has 19 at bats this season, now 20. Nuxall takes the hill for the bottom of the inning. Was that the 86 card, TST? I remember that from tournament play. Won a tournament in San Diego 1987 with the 86 cards. The guy I faced had Hubie Brooks. I walked him 2 or 3 times at least intentionally to get to Eddie Murray with the runner in scoring position and 1 out, and I got the double play out of Murray every time. Oh, lucky to be sure. Just saying. Here's Sonny Jackson leading off the bottom of the 11th. Left on left matchup for Nuxall. On a 4-8 lefty, he walks Jackson. And once again, the Astros put the leadoff man on board representing the winning run. A -2 battery now. Jackson 17, held at 15. Just checking to make sure Edwards is still the catcher. Jackson trying to roll the lead. 2-5, 11, or 12. He's got the lead. 1-15. There goes Sonny Jackson. Edwards throw, not flat. Roll it again. He's stolen it. Possible overthrow. Edwards 1-5. No overthrow. Stolen base, Sonny Jackson. That's a big stolen base for Sonny. Number 18 on the season. And Wynn is at the plate, and they're going to put him on. He homered his last time up. His run means nothing. Nuxall would much rather face the left-handed Staub. Rusty 1 for 3 with a pair of walks. Rusty also a B bunter, among other things, and the Reds will have to bring the infield in. Infield in for Rusty Staub. He is going to swing away. And here comes the pitch from Nuxall on a 4-5. Fly ball to left. Harper under it. He makes the catch and the runners will hold. Could be a second guesser's. Looking at the bench. They've got Aspromani, another third baseman, but they're going to let Mantilla hit. Mantilla 0 for 3 with a pair of walks. He struck out 3 times and walked twice. Nuxall gets the sign. The pitch to Mantilla on a 2-6. That's the ball game. Sorry, 2-7. He walks to load the bases. So I'm so sorry. I saw 2-6. It's 2-7, and the bases are loaded. Nuxall 3 endurance. No issues there. In fact, he's the last pitcher on the Reds. We'd have to start looking for computer-only pitchers. So with the bases loaded and 1 out in a tie ball game, John Bateman comes to the plate. He pinch hit for Heath in the 8th and struck it. Sorry, in the 9th and struck out. My eyes are going. You guys know how I hate infield in with the bases loaded, but I don't see where they have any choice. The infield will be in for Bateman. Nuxall, full windup on a 6-4, high pop fly to shallow left. They're not going to be able to score on that. Jogging in is Harper, and he makes the catch, and the runners will hold. That's a huge out for Nuxall. And it will be up to Chuck Harrison. Infield moves back. Harrison 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs in this one. Nuxall gets the sign. The pitch to Chuck Harrison on a 4-3 fly ball right field X. That's Queen now, an excellent outfielder, 2E5. Here's the play. On a 20, he's got it. We're going to the 12th on a nice running catch by Mel Queen. And the Astros leave the bases full in the 11th. Holy cow. Whew, I gotta take a moment and regroup. Make sure we're lined up here and we can see the card. Will that come back to bite the Astros? Let's find out. Edwards, Helms, and Cardenas do. Owens ready to go to work. Here's the pitch to Edwards. That's going to be a 1-6 righty. He pops him up on the infield. Lillis will take it. One down for Helms. Owens, fastball, 4-9, base hit into right center. Double to 4, he'll hold with the single. And for Cincinnati, the go-ahead run aboard with 1 down. +2, who's the catcher now? Bateman is 0, 15 for Helms. He does have that 10 automatic caught. He's going to try to throw the 4 or 5. Just missed the pickoff roll. Does not get the lead, and here's Cardenas. On deck is the pitcher's spot, and that's a nightmare for Cincinnati. Here's Cardenas. Owens from the stretch. 1-9. Struck him out. And now we've got us a real dilemma here. They could go to Hank Fisher. Fisher is throwing. Batter pretty much has to be Simpson. Dick Simpson comes to the plate. Runner on first and 2 down. Not much there, but there's a little pop in that threes column. That's funny, Barbara. I'll tell you, Barbara, either they already know you're not crazy or they already think you are. That's how I always look at it. Owen's ready to go to work from the stretch. It's a 3-6. Right in the heart of his good column. He rolls it to short. Wait a minute. Was the runner held? No. Grounder, force play to short. Jackson to Lillis. And the Reds strand one here in the top of the 12th. And by default, Hank Fisher will come on to pitch. We have not seen Fisher in a while. 3-6, 7.04 in 12 starts. For Houston, Lillis, Nicholson, and, of course, the pitcher's spot. I love it, Jason. That reminds me, back when I was younger, I used to drive my first wife crazy. We'd be shopping, which of course I've always hated shopping to begin with. And I would start talking to mannequins. Lillis to start it off, bottom of the 12th. Hank Fisher on for the Reds, right-handed pitcher. 3-7, grounds it to short. Cardenas scoops it up, fires to first, 1 away. That'll bring up Nicholson, who's 1 for 2. Fisher with the windup and the pitch on a 6-11, hot smash to third, fielded by Helms, who throws him out. And now it's the same situation for Houston, although they have a few pitchers. They're going to go to the bench. Ron Davis or Aspremani. They'll hold Aspremani back and they'll send up Ron Davis. Neither have much power. Davis has slightly more power than Aspremani. Ron Davis is the batter. Fisher gets the side. The pitch to Davis on a 2-5, and he ropes that one into left field for a 2-out single. But Davis off the bench delivers a pinch hit single. It is now a +3 battery. So Davis, not a star stealer, but he's at 16 as he stands there, and they're going to hold him on at 14. Should he go for it? He's automatically out on a 9, held at 14. Trying to roll 4 through 6. 9, he's caught stealing. Oh my goodness. That ends the 12th. Sonny Jackson left standing at the plate. Well, it's one of those games, and it's been a hell of a good game. So Owens is done. Right, left, left. They can't really go to Taylor. Let's see who it's going to be, and then I'm going to have to take a short break. It's the computer-only Carol Sembera. So we have a big release pitching change to announce, and I'll tell you that after this commercial. I'm going to use the restroom. Okay, we're back. I picked the wrong day to not have something to eat before the game, I'll tell you that. So Owens worked 2 innings. I'm going to sneak in a little protein bar here. Or a couple of bites at least. Sembera has worked 5 innings, believe it or not. He's 1-0 with a 3.86. He pitched 33 innings that year, so he's one of those borderline guys. Probably came close to getting carded. Top of the lineup for the Reds. Sembera pitching to Tommy Harper, and here's the pitch. It's a 2-11 righty, base hit into right field, and the leadoff man at the board. And there is speed on the bases for Cincinnati. Sembera with a 0 hold. Bateman a 0. So Harper 18 held at 16 and Rose at the plate, and you know Harper's trying for that lead. 2 through 5, 11. 7 does not get it. On the back number, he's a 12. Rose an A bunter. Houston anticipating the bunt brings the infield in, making him a B. Rose is 2 for 5 with a walk. Pinson and Coleman on deck. Rose squares the bunt. It's a 9B. Bunts it to third, and that'll get the job done. That was close. So the speedy Tommy Harper, 17 runner in scoring position with 1 down. Vada Pinson at the plate, Gordy Coleman to follow. Pinson homered earlier in this game. Seems like yesterday now. Here is the pitch from Sembera. It is a 6-8 left-handed. He flies it to left field. Let me double check this. I'll make it bigger on my screen. It is a straight fly ball to left. Caught by Nicholson. 2 down. Runner holds. Gordy Coleman at the plate. And they're going to issue 4 wide ones to Coleman and pitch to Mel Queen. Oh, yeah, they have to, right? Cincinnati has no counter move at this point. So Coleman, 2 for 2, will jog down to first on the intentional walk, and it'll be up to Mel Queen. Wind up on the pitch on a 3-10. He hits a slow roller to first. Harrison takes it to the bag himself. And we go to the bottom of the 13th as the Reds strand a pair. Now I got to make sure we're still in. For some reason, I've got extra room on the screen today. I don't know why. I must have not have made it large enough. I'm kind of surprised no one mentioned that. Second inning of work for Hank Fisher. Does anybody want to win this game? Sonny Jackson 0 for 5 with a walk today. Fisher with a 6-7 second base X. Rose to his left. 217. On a 13, he's got it. Nice play by Rose to throw out Jackson. And coming to the plate, Jimmy Wynn. Wynn has a homer in this one, was intentionally walked his last time up. Fisher getting the sign. Pitch to Wynn on a 2-7. He loses him ball 4. Maybe not the worst thing. +3, 18 held at 16. He has a 10 and 11 automatic caught. 2 through 9 or 12, he's rolling to the lead. 3, he's got the lead. 1 to 16, there goes Wynn. The throw down, he's stolen it. And the winning run is in scoring position. For Jimmy, just his third stolen base. Yeah, Franklin, the homer is why we're in this situation. To recap, Pinson with a homer in the top of the ninth gave the Reds a lead, but Wynn with a leadoff homer in the bottom of the ninth. They swapped home runs. And here we are in the bottom of the 13th. Staub at the plate. They're going to walk him to set up the double play. At least 3 that I can see. I feel like I'm missing one, but with this score sheet, it's hard to tell. Okay, first and second one out. Felix Mantilla is the batter. Walked 3 times, struck out 3 times. Fisher a glance at second. Comes in with a 5-7 righty. Grounder to short, that's going to be 2. It's Cardenas to Rose to Perez. Double play, and we're going to 14. Holy crap. Mantilla bounces into the twin killing. Twice Houston appeared to have it. Second inning of work for Carol Sembera. Johnny Edwards leads it off for the Reds. 6-7 left-handed. He rolls it down to first, fielded there by Harrison, who feeds Sembera covering. And Edwards is retired. I'm wishing I had a smaller Mel Queen card now. Here is Helms. 1 for 2. The pitch for Sembera on a 3-6 right-handed comebacker. Sembera knocks it down, picks it up, and throws it to Harrison for out number 2. It'll be up to Leo Cardenas. Cardenas with 12 home runs on the season. Sembera with the pitch. It's a 2-9 right-handed. That's a base hit. Triple on a 1. That's going to be just missed it. Just missed the triple. It's a 2-out single for Cardenas. And that brings up the pitcher's spot. Who the hell is going to pitch? Computer-only cards. Daryl Osteen is down there. He's terrible. I have to admit, I'm stumped as to what to do here. 2 computer-only cards are just horrible. Mel Queen also has a pitching card. He's already in the game in right field. That card is also horrible. Well, I'm going to throw this out to the chat too. What do you guys do in this situation? Bring in the next day's starting pitcher? Or perhaps the pitcher that's due to start the game after next? Or do they just punt and stick with Fisher? I see Utah Mike's here, an experienced player. What would you do in this situation? Scott Johnson says game after, maybe. Yeah, it's gone, Jason. There's a couple of just awful computer-only options. Arrigo is gone. He's not on the team anymore. Yeah, this is what happens. Runner at first, 2 out. They have to try to score. They're also down to their last hitter, Jimmy Coker. It'll be Coker. He's got some pop in that ones column. Sembera comes in with a 2-7, liner to short, single to 5, just misses it on the 6 as Lillis climbs the ladder and grabs it. Starting the next game, it doesn't say, which is interesting. That means it's probably going to be, it's probably Fisher, right? That would figure. And the game after that is O'Toole. And that's who it's going to have to be. Trying to figure out where to put him. All right, I'm making a call here. Yeah, no relief rating. He's going to come in fatigued. It's either that or Osteen. Daryl Osteen. O'Toole fatigued, still a better choice. Larry wants to go with Osteen. That is a better, yeah, I think that's the better choice, actually. It's certainly not a good choice for the Reds. Interestingly, in real life, Osteen pitched in the first game of this doubleheader. He's a right-hander, 9R for balance. And 3 right-handed hitters coming up. I don't have a card for him, so I'll have to read it off the screen. Bateman will lead it off. Daryl Osteen. Hey, it's Mookie time. What in the hell am I thinking? That reminds me of Karros. Right, Eric Karros is on the Dodger broadcast team. Recently played Colorado. His son, of course, Kyle, the third baseman, had a great series. Anyway, there's another Karros who's a pitcher. He says he'll be here next. Mookie! Mookie! Look at that. Look at him run. Here he comes. Yeah? What are you doing? Looking for birds? Huh? Are you looking for birds? I want to close this and, yeah, you see the camera, don't you? I wonder if that's because I stepped outside. Yeah, you can have a few more. He goes, man, I love these extra inning games. Score! Oh, Mook. All right. Coda, yeah. Coda was here. Aries was here. All right, I'm going to get Sabera out of the way to avoid any confusion. My thoughts exactly, Utah Mike. John Bateman is the hitter, 0 for 2. Daryl Osteen with a 3-7. He rolls it to short. Fielded there by Cardenas, who throws him out. The batter will be Chuck Harrison. On a 1-12, high fly ball to deep left. Backing up is Harper. At the wall to make the catch. Oh man, Harrison gave it a ride, but not to be. 2 down for Bob Lillis. Osteen with a 2-9. Lillis grounds it to short. Cardenas picks it up, throws him out, and that concludes the 14th inning. Third inning for Sembera, that would make it his second endurance inning. Top of the lineup for Cincinnati. I'm grabbing a few bites of Power Bar in between here. Simbera with a 1-7, he walks him. And speed on the bases once again for the Reds. 18 held at 16, he's rolling for it. 2 through 5 or 11. 11, he's got it. 1 to 16, there goes Harper. The throw down, he's stolen it. Harper with his second stolen base of the game. I just had a scary thought. Even if they score, Terrell Osteen has to try to hold it. And there goes Mookie. Infield will be in for Rose. He's going to swing away. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-5 left-handed. Fly ball to straightaway center. Backing up to make the catch is Jimmy Wynn. Considered bunting there as a B. Probably should have. I'm not a fan of bunting the runner from second. He's already in scoring position. 1 down for Pinson. Coleman on deck. Simbera with a 5-8. That is ground ball second base X. That's Lillis, a 344. Here's the play on a 4. He can't get it. He knocks it down, but he keeps it on the infield, so the run cannot score. But it's a base hit for Pinson. And to third goes Harper. Now Pinson, star 15, he's held on at 13 for Coleman. One more hitter walk will fatigue Simbera. Well, of course it will. Coleman, 2 for 2, walked intentionally his last time up. Simbera with the windup, 2-4 right-handed. He grounds it to first base. Harrison to Jackson for 1, back to first, 3-6-3 double play. Double checking that, yep. Runner was held and field was back. Holy cow. So now it's the Reds who blow a chance to go out in front. And for the Astros, in the bottom of the 15th, it's Nicholson, and you guessed it, the pitcher's spot. And Sonny Jackson. Houston actually still has pitchers, though, somehow. Second inning. Wait a second here. Second inning for Osteen. Bottom of the 15th inning. We've had 2 16-inning games in this replay. From my memory, those were the longest games. Osteen gets the sign. The pitch is a 2-12. He grounds it down to third. Mantilla. Excuse me. Nope, not Mantilla. Tommy Helms has it and throws him out. Pinch hitting will be Bob Aspromonte. Osteen gets the sign, the pitch on a 6-7 righty. That's second base X. Another chance for Rose, 2-17. On a 2, he can't get it. That's into right field for a base hit for Aspermani. We might not end up with the longest game of the year, but it's got to be the wildest. Aspermani, no threat to run, and the batter is Sonny Jackson. Osteen getting the sign. Here's the pitch on a 1-8. Liner to second. Single to 2. It is caught by Rose. Another liner to second. And here's the toy cannon. Osteen from the stretch. 3-5 righty. He struck him out. Runner on first, Wynn strikes out, and we're going to the 16th. So this will match the longest game. Let's see how many are still here. God, there's more here than there were. According to my counter, 32 people watching this now. Do you guys have some sort of an alert that goes off when there's an extra inning game like this? Okay, so we batted for Simbera. He's done. And we'll go to Ron Taylor. Taylor worked the first game. Let me check and see how long he worked. He only worked an inning, so he'll be fine. You know, Scott, it's funny you would say that, because I've often wondered if I might be better off from a YouTube standpoint to have the game later in the day. Okay, Ron Taylor's on. Mel Queen will lead it off. The pitch on a 1-7, and he draws the walk. A leadoff walk to Mel Queen. No threat to run. Hi, Mookie. Johnny Edwards is the batter. Taylor from the stretch. On a 3-4, liner to first, single to 8. That's going to be a base hit for Edwards. He keeps it on the infield, so Queen will stop at second. And the Reds once again are in business here. First and second, nobody out in the top of the 16th inning. And here's Helms now. They're going to bring the infield in. Helms a good bunter. He's now a C. Problem with the bunt in this situation is you've got Cardenas and then the pitcher's spot. And they don't have any pinch hitters left. Not a 1. That's a good question, Larry, and I don't have the answer to that. Can anyone answer that? Helms is going to swing away. Taylor's pitch on a 6-8, and Helms rips that into right center. That's going to get a run in. Double to 12. He's got a 2-star single. Scoring is queen, and the Reds break the tie. Johnny Edwards all the way to third. Still nobody out. Here's Cardenas. Infield in for Cardenas. Taylor with a 4-5. Fly ball to right. That's going to be deep enough to get another run in. Staub makes the catch. Edwards tags and scores. Man, that must have been a deep fly ball. And it's 9-7 Reds. They don't have anybody else. It's got to be Osteen. He's a 3 weak right-hander. What's his endurance? 2. Okay. Taylor to Osteen on a 5-4 fly ball center field X. That's a tough chance for Jimmy Wynn in center, a 3E10. Here it is on a 17. He goes back a long way to make that catch. Osteen hit that very well. But Wynn able to go back and get it. Nonetheless, the Reds score twice on 2 hits, leave a pair. And they take a 9-7 lead to the bottom of the inning. But now Daryl Osteen has to try to hold it. You know what, looking back on this game now? No, that's not 3 out. I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you so much. I am losing it. It's 2 down and Harper will bat. Taylor's pitch to Harper is a 3-4 comebacker. Taylor grabs it and throws him out. Nice catch. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys. I have to admit I'm getting a bit, but hindsight's 20/20. So now, Daryl Osteen, who worked 15 innings that year and was awful, comes out for his 3rd inning of work. Staub, Mantilla, and Bateman. And you know what I'm afraid of at this point. I think probably everybody is. Thank you, Joel. That's what I would have suspected. You can't use the hit and run with a runner at third. Beautiful, Richard. Pete Rose to Osteen. So help me, you better not blow this. Staub has walked 3 times, one of them intentionally. Got to pull up Osteen's card again. The pitch to Staub on a 1-11. Hits it the other way wide of third. Fielded by Helms, who throws him out. 1 down. And the batter is Mantilla. Osteen with the sign. It's a 3-7. 2 hopper to short. Leo Cardenas has it. And the Astros are down to their final out. It'll be the catcher, John Bateman. Osteen wipes his brow. Takes a deep breath. Gets his sign from Edwards. Here's the pitch to Bateman. On a 5-10 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. How about that? How about that? There was 1 and 2 errors. Hang on, I'm going to fix this. Nine to 7 is the final. The winning pitcher is Darrell Osteen. In real life, he won 1 game in his career. He had no record. No, he was 0-2, excuse me. He's 1-0 here, 3 innings. He only allowed 1 hit. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 2. Some of these other things I'm going to fill in later because I'm gassed, but I do want to show you one thing. I'm going to show you Osteen's card. Taylor is the loser. He is 3-2 now. Okay, get ready for this. Here's your winning pitcher. Left-handers, 5-5 homer, 5-6 homer, 6-6 homer, 4-7 homer to 18, 4-9 homer to 6. Right-handers, he's better, but still not good. Doesn't give up the homers, but a ton of on base. I'll show it to you on the graph. There's how bad he is. I mean, that really illustrates it. He's bad against righties. He's absolutely horrendous against lefties. But he was good enough today. And the Reds have won the first 3 of the 4-game series, so they're now 5-1 against the Astros this year. Okay, I got to get something to eat. Tomorrow it's going to be St. Louis at Los Angeles, and it's a treat tomorrow because on a happy hour Friday, Bob Gibson's going to be on the mound. He'll be opposed by Claude Osteen for Los Angeles. I don't have much else to add other than thank you all for hanging in there with me. What a marathon. And you all have a good evening. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, everybody. That was a tremendous game.